want to welcome you all. Really, wow, what a mind-boggling couple of weeks here we've had. I just wanted to first say thanks to each of you for the service you have provided to all the people we serve. We are a great team, and without each of you, we wouldn't be able to deliver the message our customers and partners require. So I really do want to say thank you for all you do to make this a successful partnership. So just a few things as normal. We'll take questions at the end of the presentation. I'm calling this presentation the ambiguity and anxiety call. Right now, there's a lot of unknown going on with this situation. One of the things is we have so many vulnerable people. Everyone is jittery at that mention of the T word right now. So we wanted to share what we were thinking about that. Also, as we all know, there's a really hyped up fervor on social media right now. So we thought maybe you'd just like to hear from us what we're thinking and what we're planning moving on out for additional discussions. So there also is some inconsistency between what SPC and their Outlook has and what our office messaging has been. So we wanted to explain that to you. Most of all, this is right now, it's still a low confidence event as opposed to the high confidence we felt with December 10th. So that's really the underlying thing going on here. But if conditions warrant, we'll do another call Friday morning, meaning if we think there will be a potential for severe weather, we'll do another call Friday morning, but we don't plan on doing one at this point tomorrow. So I think with that, without further ado, let me introduce Mike York. For some of you over in Southeast Missouri, they call him 50-50 Mike. We've raised him to 70-30 Mike. So Mike, please take it away.
All right. Thanks, Steve. Yes, as Steve mentioned, there's a lot of jitters out there, and that's one of the reasons for this call. We do have a fairly strong storm system headed in our direction with multiple hazards, not just the heavy rain and storm threat, but also a jolt back to winter reality in terms of the cold after the cold front comes through. So let's get on with it here. This is a graphic that we shared on Monday, and it still holds true. There is another storm system coming late this week, as you know. We're 3 days out. The day 3 severe weather outlook is from the Storm Prediction Center is right there for you to see. And you probably noticed the slight risk area has been expanded northward into more of western Kentucky and southeast Missouri compared to what the day 4 outlook showed yesterday. So there is some validity to that. Some of the models have trended just a little bit higher on instability, and it wouldn't take a whole lot of instability to bring some severe weather. That said, the instability values are still quite low, and with the exception of 1 or 2 models out of about 90 that we look at, the instability values are pretty minimal. So now there may be some out there in the meteorological community that latch on to those 1 or 2 models that are showing rather high instability. That is not normally what we do. We try to take a consensus of the model guidance rather than latching on to any one model. So based on that, the threat is at this point.
I don't think we're seeing the graphics for some reason.
Okay, can you see my graphic, Steve?
Well, no.
No, we're not seeing it on the call.
Not seeing the graphics? Okay.
We're seeing the welcome screen, Mike. There you go.
Okay, how about now? Okay.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay, all right, that's kind of important. As I was mentioning, our day 3 severe weather outlook is, now you can see it hopefully, indicating a slight risk area across much of western Kentucky and southeast Missouri. That is the Storm Prediction Center day 3 outlook, with a marginal risk further north, a little little more expanded into our area than what the previous day 4 outlook showed. And as I was starting to say, there is a little bit more instability in the models, but again, except for a few, it's pretty minimal, less than 500 capes. And by the way, day 3 includes Friday night. That's from 12Z Friday or 6 a.m. Friday to 6 a.m. Saturday. So this does not include Saturday. But the general theme here is a little bit more instability, enough that we are in a slight risk area. There is plenty of wind shear, so the instability is kind of the biggest missing ingredient. But the greatest severe weather potential in the area that's in the heart of that slight risk is still south of us. And we have been focusing, that's been part of our messaging, is that the highest risk will be south of our area. That still holds true, but that northern edge will be awfully close. And so we are urging you to keep monitoring, and later outlooks from the Storm Prediction Center will, as the models get closer to the event, we'll have a better idea of exactly how much instability we will have. So confidence is still low at this point, and of course the models are going to fluctuate, so the severe weather outlook area will also probably fluctuate. So the main thing to do is keep an eye on the forecast. There is a little more instability in there, but we're not seeing any, I wouldn't call it any big changes in the models, but enough that that slight risk area has been nudged a little bit further to the north. One thing we are sure of is the heavy rain, and actually that is probably our biggest concern right now is the heavy rainfall. This is the latest QPF, or storm total rainfall. This includes the entire system from Friday night through Saturday. And there's now a swath of 3 to 4 inches across parts of western Kentucky. And the whole area is trended not only heavier, but a little further north across more of our area. The model signal for heavy rain has been getting stronger, and some of the model parameters are suggesting a very heavy rainfall event. So that's really our number one concern right now, even more than any severe weather potential. There's still a lot of uncertainty in the severe weather potential, but not so much in the flood threat. And we are going to issue a hydrologic outlook this evening, which is kind of a prelude to a possible flood watch. We wouldn't issue the flood watch probably till, I don't know, Friday, maybe Thursday night or Friday, but we want to get people a little bit more prepared for this potential heavy rain event, which right now, again, the heaviest looks to be south of the Ohio River. There's still model variability on that as well. The European model's been further north with the heavy rain, GFS further south. So what you're seeing there is kind of a composite of the two. The cold front comes through on Saturday sometime, and then much colder air will be coming in. And another significant concern is especially for people who have been affected by the tornadoes, is the apparent temperatures will be about 60 degrees colder Sunday morning than they will be Friday. So Friday highs will be near 70. Saturday night it'll feel like between 5 and 15 above zero. So that's going to be a shock to the system, and for most of us it won't be that big a deal, but for those that were affected by the tornadoes and have no heat, obviously that will be a problem. So I showed you the severe weather outlook for Friday. This is the one for Saturday. This is the day 4 outlook. The 15% area corresponds to a slight risk, corresponds to the yellow area that you saw on the day 3. That area has not moved, but there's more uncertainty, mainly because it's further out in time, and there's more model variability for Saturday, mainly focusing on the speed of a cold front. The cold front timing is kind of important. There are some models that show the front coming through very slowly, not until Saturday evening or late Saturday afternoon. If that were to occur, the south winds would have more time to bring more instability further north, and then we would have a little bit more of a severe weather threat into western Kentucky. If the front moves faster, that would cut off that southerly wind flow of unstable air sooner. So overall, the threat again looks to be mainly to our south, but if the front is slow enough, we could get some severe weather up here. But once again, with the exception of a few models, outlier models, the instability looks minimal. So we're not hyping up a severe weather threat at this time, but there's enough model variability that we're trying to tell you, be straightforward with the facts here. So once the models get a better handle on the timing of the front, we'll have a better idea on the timing of the severe weather and where it'll be. So still quite a bit of uncertainty there for Saturday. So as far as the post-frontal, behind the cold front, temperatures will be taking a plunge. The low temperature Saturday night, near 20 degrees, which is kind of, normally not unusual, but we haven't really seen that here yet this year, at least not with the kind of wind we're expecting Saturday night. So wind chill Sunday morning in our northwest counties from Mount Vernon down to Poplar Bluff in the single digits above zero. Compare that with 70 degrees on Friday, and then in the teens even in the areas affected by the tornado. Wind chills will be between 10 and 15 degrees. So that will be another thing to message. The cold air is going to hang around for a little while into Monday. It looks like we'll have highs barely reaching freezing on Sunday, and then actual lows will be down around 20 Sunday night, but without the wind chill. So at least that's a favorable factor. And beyond that, it does look like a moderation in temperature. So not an extended cold wave, but it will be getting back up into the 50s by the middle of next week without any significant storm systems Monday through Wednesday. So as Steve alluded to, we will keep a very close eye on it, and as needed, we'll do another conference call maybe on Friday, especially if things are looking really significant. Does anyone have any questions? Give me a moment to unmute people.